welcome everyone. Welcome to Marketing Matters. In today's episode, we're going to talk about how to find keywords for your business. But first, I want to share a quote from Patti LaBelle. She's a terrific singer, songwriter, and actress, and she grew up in my home area in Pennsylvania, and I love this quote. Every exit is an entrance to someplace else. And endings are beginnings, exits are entrances. I want to show you today how to start at the end of something and work your way backwards to what you need. So what we're going to do is go backwards, right? Often in life, we have to figure out how to do something by reverse engineering it, which means working backwards from the outcome to find out how to start. And, we do this because we want you to be findable. We want people to see your content. We want them to understand that you've created all this wonderful stuff and it's in the search engine. When they put something in the search engine to find a solution, you're going to be there. So we're going to work backwards from the search engine to find out how we look for keywords. So one thing I will say is we have to start out, step back here. What is a keyword, right? What is a keyword? A keyword is a word or phrase or sentence or question that is the connecting words your audience are going to use in the search engine to find what they're looking for. You're going to have those words in places in your content to tell the search engine that's your main theme, your content, and the thread that runs through all your content. So the search engine understands what it is, puts it in the catalog under the theme, and then when someone searches for it, it gets connected to you. So that's the important thing that I want to show you. So in taking the step backwards, let me switch over to Google. So here's a Google search window, and I'm hoping you can see this. We're going to talk about autocomplete. When you type something into a search box, Google starts to anticipate what you're typing. So if I start to say let me just click here, website, look at that. It's giving me suggestions for what I'm typing so to make my typing easier. And these are suggestions for things that Google's seen before. So these are words that other people have used with the word website. So you could take note of autocomplete as you're doing it. So let's say I put website builder in here. These endings, free, for small business, AI, near me, local, software, Google, comparison, hosting, those are things that Google has seen in the history, and they want to make it easier for their searchers to not have to type so much. But you as an entrepreneur can look at this and say, oh, well, other people have used this. So maybe if I do for small business, I'm going to say business, but look at this. It comes up in UK, so it gets local, WordPress, companies, for small company, for small business, free or low cost. So small business. And you'll see there's even more coming up. Now, I'm going to hit enter here because I will have written down all these extensions for these words so I could do additional searches. And you'll see here it came up with website design for small business. So that's another option that I could enter in. So I could say website design, and you see for small business. And look at all these things that are coming up. Inexpensive, website companies, cheap website design, not that you want to use that, website design tips for small business. So these are all suggestions of things that other searchers have used in Google that you could use in your content to connect to them, to maybe narrow down the audience to the people that you want to reach. The other thing that I want to show you very quickly, I'm going to hit enter here, is once you do a search, the top has the sponsored, the ads, right? Everything sponsored is an ad that's paid Google to display this. But when you come down to here, there's a section called People Also Ask. And these are questions that people have actually put in to Google and asked for the answer to. So they're giving you a heads up that these are things that other people have searched for, and maybe you might want to use them in your content. So that's two great tools that are built into Google that you can use to make your content connect with people that are searching and to find the language that your audience is using. So, look right at Google first when you're there and watch the autocorrect. The autocomplete as you're typing, and do all the different variations, and you'll get tons of suggestions. And try to find the ones that sound plain speaking conversational to you, because that's how people sit at a keyboard, is they're very conversational. They're thinking about a certain thing. It's a stream of consciousness, and they're going to enter those words into the keyboard. So make sure you tap into conversational. The next thing we're going to talk about is, where do we put these words once we find them, right? So the first place we're going to put it is in the title of whatever your content is. So you're going to put it in the title of the blog post, the title of the page you create, or an article, or a podcast, or a video. You're going to put the keywords that you're targeting or that you've chosen in the title somehow. And that means write a longer sentence around them and make sure it makes sense. Don't just use the words. Put something in there that's real English, right? And it's very important you do this. There's also a page description. No matter where you are, whether it's a video on YouTube or a podcast on any other platform, there's always a description. Fill it out. Google takes, or search engines take, the first couple hundred characters of your page description and displays it in search results. If I could go back to the search results here, this section right here, 10 key steps to building a great small business website, that came from the page description. And so you want to make sure you fill that out for your audience, okay? The next thing you want to do is the headline, the main headline on the page, if it's text. I'm sure you've done documents before, and there's different size headings. The main headline is at H1. H2 is a little smaller. H3 is a little smaller. So if you were doing a structured document like a report, you might have different size headings, different colors, right? Make sure the H1 heading on your page or your document or your podcast description or your page has an H1 that has keywords, synonyms, or the same keywords as in your title. Not the exact same sentence, switch it up a bit, but make sure that the theme is obvious to search engines. The next thing I want to tell you is there are other size headings, H1, H2, H3. You can use those to break up your content. You're going to create great content for them, and you're going to create subheadings so people who skim would be able to get to the section that they want to get to quickly, and use those headings to highlight important things about your theme that you want search engines to know too. So make it for the users. Always write for users. Never write for a search engine. But make it obvious to the search engine by using these clues for them. Then you're going to go and create phenomenal content. You're going to create videos, photos, text, headings, headlines, graphics, whatever you can do to make it the most interesting, comprehensive piece of content about that topic that you can create. Because there are hundreds of thousands of people out there creating content. You're going to target a smaller audience by using a keyword phrase of more than one word. One word, you get millions. 2 words, you get, a little less than that. 3 words, you get smaller. 4 words, you get smaller than that. So by being specific in your keywords, you're narrowing down the audience. But you have to have good content or it won't be selected to be shown to a searcher. So if there are other people doing content and they provide more, they're going to be shown first and you'll be shown after. So you still have to create good, valuable, useful, helpful content for them and make it exciting, inviting, and draw them in. There's no way to avoid this step. And keywords are crucial because they help search engines understand your content. They give direction to search engines and your user how to understand your content. So when your website has a keyword that is woven through it, it's easier for people to understand. So pick one theme and run with that and do it in depth and do it very, very well, and you'll be very successful. Here's an example. If you're talking about whether a keyword's a single word or a phrase or whatever, imagine that your niece has a car wash this weekend and your sister told you about it and you completely forgot. You need to run over and support her. You promised you would go. You're out and about on town. What are you going to do? You don't remember the name of the school, right? So you're going to go online maybe and try to find it because you don't want to call your sister and bother her. So you're going to try in a search engine. Well, you know what town they live in, right? So you could use the town name, fundraiser, and car wash and see if something comes up in Google. Or if you know the school name, you could put the school name in there. So those are the keywords that you could use in your event description when you put an event on a school calendar. You would make sure it has the town name, the word fundraiser, the school name, that it's a car wash, and then that's going to connect with the searching person. I hope that was clear. It's just a small example. And we do this because I want you to be findable. Because if they can't find you, they can't do business with you. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you were here. Visit my website at denisemillet.com for more information about my services, the things I offer. I'm holding a Entrepreneurs Game Night on June 21st at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Please go to my website homepage at denisemillet.com and find out more about it. Everyone's welcome. It's complimentary. It's free. We're going to have prizes and have fun. So join me. Thank you so much.